Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a Tarot Oracle reading. This is a bonus reading for the full moon on July 29th. And you, Aquarius, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aquarius, we all have a little bit of Aquarius in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, which house is Aquarius in, that's where this will show up most likely for you. Also, this is a general or a collective reading, so just take the parts that work for you and leave the rest. All right, oops, sorry. This energy, we have the underlying energy for the reading and for the full moon is the Chariot. So the Chariot is saying you're on your destined path. The Chariot's like a tank. Once you're on it, it's just like boom, boom, boom. It just runs over everything. There's no reins on it. There's no need because this is God's plan and it's moving forward as planned, basically, in God's divine timing. And this can be talking about leaving your comfort zone. You notice this person has his back to the city where he is from. So that is the underlying energy for Aquarius energy and in this full moon. Now the full moon, we can usually feel the energy of the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after, most significantly. So this energy, we're starting to feel it now. It is on the 29th. And this full moon is in the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius energy, the main focus of this full moon, it's bringing out a lot of energy about individuality and group energy. It's saying, what's more important, my individuality or taking the group into account? That could be a family, a group of people at work, it could be community, whatever this is. And it's talking about like the push and pull between that. Now Aquarius is very much open to other people's ideas. So, and at the same time, you really do value your individuality. So it's kind of like a half and half mixture. Across the horoscope wheel from Aquarius is the sign of Leo. And the Leo energy is more like Leos want to be the leader. And so this energy, it is about individuality, but from the Leo's perspective, the energy is, I'm the leader, do what I say, that type of energy. So, and the sun, the sun is opposing this energy. The sun sheds light on the parts of the Aquarius energy where there could be hidden illusions or secrets. And so it's actually not a huge conflict because both signs agree that there should be individuality. It's just to what extent. What's more important, your individuality or the group energy, and how does that play out? So we do have the King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles, the Pentacles in Tarot represent your health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world. A big part of that, of course, is money. And the element we're dealing with is the Pentacle energy is the element of earth and earthly matters. So the physical matter on earth. Money, of course, is a very big part of that. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this is talking more about lifestyle. You can see the king has grapes all over his robe. And that in tarot grapes represent a luxurious item that's hard to grow. And so the King of Pentacles is respected for his business acumen, for being able to provide a good lifestyle. And generally this would be someone that's at the top of their field. The King of Pentacles would represent people in the banking industry, at least a manager or, a bank manager or higher. This also could represent, accountants and wealth management, financial advice, retirement planning, that type of energy. And it would most likely be a partner in a prestigious firm. As well, this could represent real estate for sure, because it's earthly matters about the land. Land developers, it could represent the energy of if it's real estate, it would be a realtor that is dealing with higher end properties, either commercial or residential. This also can represent minerals and, gold, silver, the energy of gas, oil, the stock market being sold there. It can also represent mortgage brokers. It could be an entrepreneur energy as well, someone who's very successful and provides a really good lifestyle. So this is talking about, it even could be higher up individuals that are planning budgets for countries, like the financial ministers and senators, congressmen, and that are in that energy. So there's a lot of elemental earth energy to the Aquarius energy here. And we do at the same time have the sword energy, which is more the element of air, which is representing the Aquarius energy. Aquarius has usually a very open mind. They can look at things from all angles. This is saying, though, that there could be some sort of energy where you are being caught in a thinking loop. And quite often this card does represent an inner child issue. Maybe something happened in your childhood and you were, you're still going through the difficulties of that on some level. This quite often talks about, the rough water in tarot represents volatile emotions, mixed emotions, chaos, being in chaotic energy, and wanting to move off to smoother waters with, and commune with God to find out, okay, what do I do next? And that would be, you've clearly done that to be on the chariot here. So the conveyor here has to dig deep with this pole to get you out of the mud, out of the darkness and into the calmer waters. And the adult and child here with the two swords here can represent being kind of two minds and needing to integrate your childhood energy. Maybe something, as I said, has happened and you maybe have received some information recently, or, you're finally moving forward, to heal whatever energy this is. You notice that the adult and the child have no baggage, so that's talking about healing that, whatever that inner child energy is that may be holding you back from what you really want. And then this is talking about having a strong foundation for moving forward. This can be considered the official marriage card in tarot, but it doesn't have to be. It's about, definitely, it could be about marriage if you're looking to marry someone or someone wants to marry you. But it also can talk about commitments of any kind and partnerships in business. With the wand energy, the wand energy represents the element of fire, and they're made of wood because wood fuels fire. So this is talking about taking passionate action to have a strong foundation. And like if this was like for marriage, for instance, this would say, hey, you do have your down payment to purchase your castle. Congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment, but you're still going to have to make the mortgage payments. And then it also is talking about, planning the wedding. Maybe both people have said yes to the question and you're planning a wedding, but then you will still have to pour your energy into the marriage. And, if this is about business, it's the same thing. It takes usually at least 3 years for a lot of businesses to even begin to bring in a profit. So you have to have that drive, to keep going, even though you're not seeing the results up front a lot of the time. So that's the Aquarius energy. Now let's look at what the Leo sun is shining on this Aquarian moon energy. It's talking about coming to the end of a cycle with this energy. And so I feel like once you maybe take a look at this energy here, whatever is holding you back mentally from embracing, this strong future, you move into a new cycle. And we do have a cup of love coming here. So the World card is from the Major Arcana, and it's card number 21. The Fool starts his journey at the 0 point. And when this card comes out, it's saying, okay, you've learned everything you can from this old cycle. It's now time to get into a new cycle and a new way of doing things. Perhaps you've been very busy working on your Pentacle energy, getting the lifestyle together, working on your career. And you're really missing having that special someone in your life, because we do have this King of Cups. So it could be talking about this old cycle dying out and this new energy coming in. Clearly you're highly respected and have accomplished a lot. You're, in the 3D world. Now it's time for love, possibly. And maybe this is representing marriage. So the King of Cups wants to offer a cup of love to someone. And the King of Cups is known to be the most emotionally available of all the kings and the most traditional. So this is someone that would most likely want to marry in a traditional sense. And this is, he does have his right foot forward and he's ready to offer this cup, but he's in the middle of all this real rough water here. And so this could be this energy of needing to, like him understanding that maybe this is the energy of who he wants to deliver the cup to, or he still has a little bit of chaos in his life, and he wants to make sure that before he offers the cup that he's in calmer waters, because it will be most likely accepted at that point. So that could be you wanting to offer a cup of love or someone offering a cup of love to you. And then we do have the Six of Pentacles energy, and I feel like, as I said, the Pentacles are about lifestyle or money, but it's more about lifestyle. And I feel like maybe you've been working so hard on the pentacle end of it, like the money part of it, and getting established to be able to get that down payment and move on that path, that now you are kind of breadcrumbed yourself when it came to love. Maybe haven't had time to even go on dates, or have, just no interest because you're too busy. And so this is an energy of breadcrumbing, not having I feel that you have the coin, but you don't necessarily have the lifestyle that you want to be living. And so this is making adjustments so that you make room for love in your life. I feel that that's what this is basically saying. We have, the Six of Pentacles would be upper middle class energy. And, you've brought in your harvest. These are the seeds that you planted, and this is the harvest. And this is about deciding, okay, I have enough to give some to charity. And so deciding on who and what you're going to invest your time, your money, your energy, and how much of your time, money, energy are you going to invest in any given project, person, whatever this is. And you notice that the scales of justice are held above this person's hand, and you can see there's something in his pocket here. So this person already has what he needs to be able to move forward, but for whatever reason, he feels, hey, why should I risk my money? I'm going to risk yours. And you're like, I don't think so. I worked hard to have what I have here. And, so this can talk about that you've faced a lot of energy like that. And maybe in the past, when it comes to love, like it could also be, I feel like you are considered to be very successful as far as finances go. And but now it's kind of like it's a different playing field when it comes to love. You have to approach it a little bit differently. I feel this is really good energy. This is talking about, are you going to put yourself first here, or are you going to put all the other energy? And I feel like you realize that if you need to put love first, like if you want to have love in your life, you're going to have to put the effort into it, just like you did to having the material, energy, because then your lifestyle will be fulfilled more. You'll have more of what you want because you'll have someone to share it with. That's the energy I'm really picking up for this reading. We have, like, from the bottom here, like breadcrumbing energy, but getting on the chariot. And it is talking about having the ultimate lifestyle, but the ultimate lifestyle quite often, if you don't have your health and you don't have love in your life, you're not living the lifestyle you want if you want to have that element as well. And it's talking about like a whole new world coming towards you once you make this decision and you start putting the energy you put into this into moving forward on a destined path to have that marriage card. That's what's coming up. And this is also talking about the King of Cups getting ready. He's on the journey and he's doing a little bit of healing of his inner child. Perhaps you had a little bit of a rough childhood. Maybe your parents are divorced or whatever, and you were always taught that money is the most important thing, and that, get the money first and then worry about love later. that type of energy. And I feel that just is what's happening here. It's Aquarius is a very logical sign in many ways, so it makes sense here. But let's clarify this for those of you who want clarification. But before that, in case you're leaving the reading here, just want to talk about, this full moon is about challenging your belief systems. And that's definitely what I feel here. And it's motivation for changing and improving your life. And also this can cause like conflicts between your morals and your fears, your inner child fears coming up. What if you can't find love? What if you find the right who you think is the right person, but they're actually marrying you for your money because you're so successful? And it's also talking about like all the struggles that you went through to get to this point, where you have that basic foundation for moving forward in a strong way. That there's it gives meaning to those struggles once you have, it gives you incentive to carry on with the other half of your plan, which is, okay, now I need to work on the love end. But you have to realize that working on the love end isn't necessarily such a logical process as working on a business. And then we have, so it will bring up issues of power and control. So it's this energy of, okay, we're doing it my way or the highway, or you're going to have to be open to all the different possibilities that love can bring into your life, and maybe expand your horizons that way as to who you would maybe include to be someone that you might go out with. I feel like that is part of the energy. So let's just see. We're going to clarify it now. And the numbers on these cards are from like this is Tales from the Vector is the Oracle. And this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. Look at, we have the power of spin twice, the chariot twice, right here, clarifying. The numbers on these cards represent the cards as they are listed in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the order they appear here in case you want to take a look. This is one of the 12 from the series of the astrological signs, the zodiac signs. But this is really interesting when there's a double up like this from two decks. Like the chariot in my oracle is actually the yin yang symbol, and it's about having your masculine and your feminine energies very equalized. And so this is really good energy. It's talking about the power of like being really balanced now in your energy, recognizing that you need to open up to the love and approach it, and be more open to the possibilities of that. And both of them are saying, though, that this is already on the spiritual realm. You deserve to have the love in your life that you want. And it's already happening like that. Once you made that decision, okay, I'm moving forward, we can see it on both these cards. So that's really awesome to see. And then we have the World here. And so the World is talking, again, look at this, how you want to move from this energy into the possibilities of having this marriage potential here. Really, really cool how it's being very clear here. And then we have the father figures. You could be saying, you might have, want to be a father, or this could be an energy of, if you're female, wanting to find that perfect father figure to start a family with. And there could be some energy left over. Most of us do have something that we need to work on in regards to that of our childhood. It's not uncommon. So that could be like trying to figure out how to go about recognizing the perfect person to father your children, or to be the father of your children. And then we have worldly and otherworldly desires. So this is about, you have to, when it comes to matters of love, you have to have faith that, you don't want to fall into the karmic space where you're not good enough. Like, you need to be authentic and go after your authentic desires. You can't like fake it till you make it kind of energy in matters of love. Like it's not a logical process. I mean, you want to use some logic in it, of course, but at the same time, You know, falling in love is more a matter of the heart than it is of the mind. And then we have intention. The road to hell can be paved with good intentions. There's no doubt about that. I do feel that you have been super hyper focused on the pentacle energy, as in not so much the lifestyle, sharing it with someone, but providing that and then attracting someone to that, to your lifestyle, if that makes sense, which is cool. But you may find that you fall in love with someone that is totally opposite. And that can bring new adventure into your life. I feel this is saying that your intentions are good, but don't be surprised if you fall in love with someone that really stretches that for you. And it's someone that you just wouldn't have thought, oh, well, that's who is going to be my significant other. Don't mind my voice and my cough at this time. I'm in British Columbia and we have a lot of forest fires around. So the air quality has been a little on the poor side. I'm not in any imminent danger, but it's just the whole province is like, it's there's a lot of fires burning right now, unfortunately. And so this is having the strength and the integrity to offer this cup of love, having the bravery to, you know, put yourself out there. And I feel that, and digging deep to heal that inner childhood, any wounding that is preventing you from having the courage to move forward in this energy. And then we have anger. So, you know, you might have come from a family where there was a lot of like kind of suppressed anger. And that's not uncommon for people who are highly motivated. Sometimes, you know, anger can be a very good motivating force. But the problem with anger, it's temporarily it's that. But if it's, it can become very toxic. And you can end up, like, it can be the gift that keeps on giving. So you could have an angry great-grandfather that passed down you know, like down the family line to a grandfather was angry, and then your grandfather was angry and raised angry children, and so your father was angry, and now you're supposed to be angry, but you don't really want to be. and you never met great-grandfather, so you're kind of like, why are we all so angry? I just want to have a good life. It's that type of energy. So just give yourself permission to motivate yourself in other ways than that. I feel that you're in a real strong position. I feel that there is someone definitely already, like it's in the making. We have the World here twice. We have the Chariot twice, which is saying it's already coming through and happening. I feel this is a really good reading for you, Aquarius. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I'm using a different spread because I'm really focusing on the week of the full moon and kind of, okay, can we narrow it down and be a little more specific? So I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment box below if you enjoy this spread. And I will, I thank you for your likes, comments, your subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. It's helping me build my channel. I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now, Aquarius.